Hello bitches, welcome back to this channel. Today I am going to be talking about, actually maybe I should. No, I shouldn't. I was thinking about like something else. Maybe I should. No, I don't have to do that. This, you're catching me at a bad time because, my hair still ain't done. I literally said I will come back when my hair is done. And I've made multiple shit and my hair is still not done. But it don't matter. Don't worry about the hair. You need to worry about the real shit that's been going on. Okay? I'm going to be talking about murder cases that is crazy. And it's strange. And it keeps me up at night. Okay? Now, if you guys don't know, I am. Okay? And a lot of things, because the J-O-B that I do, which is, a lot of things don't scare me anymore, But what did I say? What did I say, Sasha? I'll be back. Anyways, so I don't give a fuck about how I look, okay? I'm just gonna be telling very deranged stories that keep me up at night, and it's gonna keep you up at night too. Now, yeah, my hair looks like a fucking see this, but I don't give a fuck actually. So I might not be getting all the details of each and every story, okay? Because it don't really matter about every fucking detail. It matters about the facts, the situations, and why it's really scary. And it's not because of every single detail. So if I messed up on some shit, it don't matter because I know what I didn't mess up on, the real part of the story. So I'm gonna be telling 5 stories. Well, I got the time to talk about it, and I'm going to be sharing it with you. So listen up. Okay? And some of the stories you may know about, some of the stories you may not know about. But it don't matter if you do or you don't. It matters. I just, like the last video, I was just talking, And if you don't know, I love talking. So, and I don't have anyone to talk to this about because nobody wants to listen about this. Because they either get too scared or like, oh my God, why would you bring this up? And I'm like, because it's something that people need to talk about. Like, obviously. So, I have this Japan flag right here. Japanese coded fan. So, at first, what we're going to be talking about is a Japan family story that I have mentioned, but I didn't say the realness of it. Or maybe I did, but I wasn't sharing every detail. Now I have every detail. Now, this case is... Hold on, let me be real. Is called the setagaya family, which is right here. A family that originated in Japan, or family that was in Japan. Family of 4. We got the mom, and we got the dad, and we got the children, the daughter, and the son. So the ages, not that these are relevant, but the ages: the dad was 44. The mother was 41. The little boy was 6 years old when he died. And the little sister daughter, she was 8 years old when they died, which is very sad. So, yeah. I don't know how to pronounce all their names, but I'm just going to be like mom, dad, sister, brother, stuff like that, okay? So, what happens? So, the killer climbs up to the 2nd floor of their house. Now, let me show you the 2nd floor, or the 2nd story of their house, okay? Let me show you. Now, there are 2 houses combined right here. One of the houses is the father's mother. I don't know which house is theirs, but as you can see, the second windows in both houses are not an easy place to get up to, okay, to break in. Or maybe this side right here, okay. Let me show you another photo. This one's getting kind of creepy. This photo right here. was the family's house. Now this story makes me literally crawl. Like it literally like it makes me, and I seen some wicked shit. Who remembers when I will go live and I will literally look at people getting murdered? I mean, I know why I did that, but you know, a normal person looking in, like, why are you watching shit like that? Because I'm a weird person, okay? Don't act like you're better than me. Don't act like you're better than me, okay? Like, I see death every day, so I classify that. Well, death is a normal occurrence. It's a sad occurrence, but it's normal. But I don't know why I thought that was okay. But I'm just furthering my point that I see some wicked shit. I've witnessed some wicked shit. I was in some wicked shit that involves death. And yeah, it's scary. Sometimes it keeps me up at night. This, I continuously think about the story over and over and over again because it's creepy as fuck. So let me show you another point of the house. So yeah, so you can see how these like houses look more combined. I don't know which house they were in. Like my heart is saying this one right here, like this one right here, but I don't know because their houses was connected. And this is the poor mother, and we're going to talk about her. She lives next door, but we're going to talk about her getting further in the story. As I stated, the killer breaks into the second window. Keep that in brain. After he breaks into the bathroom, that's where he broke in, he goes straight to the 6-year-old little boy's bedroom. His name is Rai. I don't know how to pronounce his name, even though it's like a 3-letter name. It's R-E-I. And how he kills this little boy is he strangles him to death. See, I love doing this. He strangles the little boy to death. So the father, he hears some shit going on. And I believe he was on the second. No. Yes, he was on. No, he was in the basement. Right? So the dad's walking out because he hears some shit going on. He's like, what the fuck? The killer, he's already done with the little boy. Okay? So the killer's already making his way where the father is. So they meet and he gets stabbed to death. The dad gets stabbed to death. Where he this report says that near a staircase, and then the story that I heard, he like fell down the stairs and then being stabbed. So the mother hears this. Well, she doesn't hear exactly what's going on, but she knows it's something bad, right? So she tries to hide, her and her daughter tries to hide upstairs, making their way upstairs to the attic. But the killer's already like, bitch, he makes his way up there. He finds them, he attacks them. The mother gets stabbed, and Nina gets stabbed as well, the little girl. And she was the main one who got beaten the worst out of the 3 families. She was beaten, and she was beaten so bad that her jaw breaks. Okay, I don't know why I'm reenacting this. Okay, disturbing, right? Like we're just getting so no context. This is crazy. You're probably like, okay, maybe the family is in like the Japan mafia or something. Like, what did this family do to be getting shit like that, right? And then what happened after was so fucking crazy. After the family got killed, it was crazy. Like, who in their right mind would do this to these people? Now, let me tell you. So the man, because you know this ain't no woman. A woman wouldn't do this, okay? Unless you're fucking, I don't even know. Okay, so the man, he stays up roughly in the house for 9 hours after killing the family. Right? He used the family's computer. He ate the ice cream without using a spoon. I mean, like, not even a shocker, okay? But it's like, you don't even use a spoon. He's literally like a chug of ice cream. He's like doing that. Like, insanity! Oh my god, he's insane. Okay? After he does that, he shits in the toilet. Doesn't even wipe. What do you mean? What do you mean you shit in a toilet and you don't even wipe? Yeah, he doesn't even wipe, and he doesn't even flush. So you probably like his DNA. Like that's a good DNA. A shit is a good DNA to be used. Wait for that part. He also takes off like all his clothes besides his underwear, like his sweater, his jacket, his scarf, and his pants. Also DNA that was left. Okay. Why did he do this? No, he didn't sexually assault nobody either. Okay, not to make that like him better, but no, he didn't sexually assault the little girl or their mom. So why he took off all his clothes? I mean, I don't know. Then on top of that, he took a nap. He took a nap on the couch, and he slept in their home after killing the whole family. Wait a minute. So he went to sit there, use the family computer after killing them, eat 2 tubs of ice cream, right? And he also drank tea. I forgot. He drank some tea at their house, used the toilet, didn't wipe, and didn't flush. He left his clothes behind and took a nap on the couch. Then you know what the most trifling part about this is? He uses the bandages and medicine from the family's, medicine cabinet, and he uses for his own wounds. The nerve. See, I don't even got that kind of nerve. I don't have that nerve. You can treat me so wrong, so dirty, but I won't fucking shit in your own house. Okay, I don't shit in public restrooms. I don't shit at no one's house because that's just rude as fuck. Okay, I shit in my own house. Because I feel more safer doing that. So imagine how insane do you have to be to shit without wiping in someone else's house that you just murdered? Children, you murdered two. Oh no, he thinks. Oh no, like I need to find him, right? But this happened in like literally the year 2000. Like freshly 2000, and he's doing this, or he did this. So yeah, he uses the bandages and medicine to treat his own wounds, right? So there's a bunch of evidence left behind, where it comes from him. He did have gloves at one point, but he did take that off. So he's fingerprints are also everywhere. Like I don't know, like the computer shit, and his clothes and the shit and stuff like that. Like the DNA is there, right? So so after the family was cut, after he left, the dad's mother, so like the grandmother of the children, and the mother-in-law of the wife, the dad's mom, they haven't. Well, she hasn't heard from him, like everyone else in their neighborhood. Like they're pretty like good family, right? So he did not attack this family because they have like ill will towards him, or like they did something, because a lot of people are like, and I agree with this too, like this family did not know this guy. So he was just like a random fucked up guy. Usually that's what it takes to murder these people. So yeah, so these family, I 100% believe, because the guy, he was never caught. Okay, spoilers, the guy was never caught. Okay. So people are like, yeah, like this family, like they're good like family. They help their community. Like no, they no way, right? So obviously this was like a fucking random weirdo, and so yeah, the mom, they didn't hear from any of the family, her son. So she's like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna go inside their house because I live literally, our house is connected. So she goes into the house. She sees her son. She sees her grandson. She sees her granddaughter, and what do you call that? Your son-in-law. No, your daughter-in-law. Dead on the floor. So she's like, what the fuck? So she calls the police, right? Sorry, I don't know where the fuck that came from. But anyways, back to the story. So the police, so the police are investigating, as one does, or the investigators. So they're like ruling out all what it could be. So they're like, okay, maybe this was a robbery. Maybe this was some type of robbery shit. None of the valuables were stolen besides $20. And also what he did, the intruder took out like all the family documents and like all like the like things, paper you would have in your house. So he puts all the documents and shit in their bathtub and fills it up with water. Nobody knows why he did this. Nobody knows why he killed this family. Nobody knew why he took a shit and didn't flush. So, but like, yeah, nobody like this. I've never heard of that before. you know, let's put all the family documents in a bathtub and fill it up with water. He's crazy. He's crazy. Okay, so yeah, so they're like, this robbery, there's none stolen besides $20. Okay. Then they're like, okay, let's look more into this guy, okay? Because I think that was the only one that was like the main one that people really wanted to believe. Like, it was like some type of robbery shit, but no. So they look into the guy. So all the DNA left there, and his blood was left there as well. He had a rare blood type, type A, from Southern Europe or part of Asia. So he was half white and half Asian. Ooh, ew, it's like I'm joking. But like, when you got white in you, you're gonna do some bad shit. If you got white blood in you, you're terrible. You're a terrible human being. So I'm joking. But like, speaking from experience. All right. So then his footprints and the shoes he was wearing was also left at the crime. Yeah. So the shoes that was left at the crime, they was running it like any like recent purchases of the shoe. Not in Japan. The shoe, you can only get this shoe that he had on that was left at the crime scene in South Korea. So he traveled to South Korea. So the thing about South Korea at that time, whoever entered in the state or was leaving the state, you had to get fingerprinted. You know, I don't know why. So they were like, okay, so he was in South Korea and he left to go to Japan, or whatever. He had to get fingerprinted. So they call up, the FBI in South Korea, and they're like, okay. They tell all the shit, and they're like, we really need, any DNA that matches him because they got his fingerprints. He was never fingerprinted at South Korea. So how the fuck he get these shoes? So he also had a bag, like a fanny pack bag, or similar to a fanny bag that was left there, and what was in this fanny pack bag was sand, like a bunch of sand. So they're like, okay, let's just figure out where this sand was located. It was in California. I forgot where. It was probably in San Diego. San Diego, yes. I'm pretty sure that's where the sand, the sand was in his bag. It was in California. So he's like, okay, he's a traveler. He's traveling, okay? He went to South Korea without getting fingerprinted, Maybe his family travels, right? And maybe that's what the investigators were thinking. Maybe his family travels, he's mixed with white or European and Southern Asia. So this guy's, maybe he just travels. Maybe he was too young to get fingerprinted or something like that, which is not true. Like either or, you have to get fingerprinted. Right? So let's talk about the age. They estimated an age range, okay? And the clothes he was wearing. So the clothes he was wearing was like pretty basic but athletic clothing. So they were okay. And he also has to be very athletic to climb to the second window as well. Like, if I'm breaking in, I'm not climbing to the goddamn second window. I would break into the first window. And that was very bizarre to investigators too. They're like, why the fuck would you climb? And the thing about the second window to this family's house, it was like a screen protector that you literally had to screw out, to take it out. So he did a bunch of shit to get in to that second window in the bathroom, right? So the investigator was like, okay, yeah, this guy has to be very athletic to do this. So they estimated him to be 13 years old all the way to 35. And the guy was 5'7". And the reason how they... Hello? So the clothing that he left there, they determined like what his height could have possibly been, which was 5'7". That's crazy. Like, alright, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Okay. Okay, then they also was like, okay, let's browse the whole entire internet to see if there was anybody who wrote like a really weird comment to speculate if they were the culprit in this crime. And they did find something, right? So literally, like, I believe like 20 days before the crime happened, slash the literal year 2000, a boy wrote something similar about he always wanted to kill a family, right? And it was in Japan. It was in Japan, right? But I don't know why the investigators, because I don't remember hearing that the investigator like tracked where the person wrote this and find them. I don't think they did that. But that was odd. Like, 20 days? Yeah, it could have been a coincidence. But, like, I don't know. It's weird. Okay? So here are some creepy shit that is creepy. That ChatGPT, of course I'm using ChatGPT to talk about this. ChatGPT helps me. You don't understand. ChatGPT helps me get my thoughts under control. So this is what ChatGPT, when I explained this to ChatGPT, they was like, why is it so creepy? It's not like it was just a brutal murder. It was personal, drawn out, and casual, right? Like, when you murder somebody, like, you would get out there quick as possible, Speaking from experience. Especially if you're going to a fucking house to do it, You would get out as quick as possible. Minimize DNA, or no DNA, but, like, if you do, like, a little bit of DNA, you don't want no DNA there, but, This guy took a shit. He touched a lot of things. He ate the ice cream. He fucking drank some tea. He slept on the couch. He took off all his clothes. He took off his shoes. And was never caught. Right. So that's why people were like, okay, this had to be some personal shit. Because it's like, what? Like, how the fuck did this shit happen? And it was like, not... The family didn't do anything. Which is, I really believe the family didn't do anything. There's just no fucking way. Because if I was gonna kill a family, which I don't kill children, okay? Like, in no circumstances at all. But, like, I would, like, if it was really that personal, I would have cut their heads off and made some, like, satanic shit on the walls. Like, that's what I would have done. But, like, why kill the children? Why would you beat up that little girl? Like, what is wrong with you, you dumb, ugly bitch? Like, that's why I want to find him. But it's been 25 years. It's been 25 years. There's nothing could be done now. There's nothing to be done. But anyways, see, that was creepy, right? Wasn't that creepy? And he acted like he belonged there after killing them. You're gonna take a shit and not even flush? You're gonna sleep on that couch. You're gonna eat their food and you're gonna bandage... I forgot that. He bandaged up his shit like... This shit is crazy, bro. Okay. And then the next ChatGPT said is like, Japan is the most safest country in the world. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, you hear most of the creepypastas coming from Japan. Like, I heard some wicked shit growing up. Like, what I forgot, like, but her mouth was slit, like the Joker, like, the mouth was slit and she had, like, a mask on, That's from Japan. Like, a bunch of crazy, weird-ass stories is from Japan. And Japan is the most safest country? Oh, no. And then they have all them fucking weird-ass anime. No, that's not a safe country. Absolutely not. Okay? And then the last thing is, they found all of this evidence and still no subject. So let me tell you the thing about that. You're probably like, why the fuck did they not catch this guy? So he wasn't even in the criminal database at all. Because, the fingerprint, so he could, like, they can see, like, he was, like, ever fingerprinted. He was never there. Like, I'm in the criminal database, bitch. Like, I never get caught of anything that I do. Because you don't have any evidence. I can say a bunch of fantasy shit, but as long as you have no evidence, I would never get caught. But anyways, long story short, like, I'm in the criminal database. And, I plan my shit like really well, but that was like back in the day. But he's not even in the criminal database, and he done this crime like this, and you never done any like illegal shit before. Oh no. But that's crazy. He's not in the criminal database at all. Okay? So back to the fingerprint and all this DNA. So at the time, Japan had DNA regulations, or like standards, right? So bottom of the line, if he can't go in court and say the investigators can use his DNA, then his DNA cannot be used. And obviously he's not going to do that. So his DNA was never used, and that's why he was never caught. So here we're going into some theories that people suspect, okay? They say that he was mentally unstable, like he was a drifter, I don't know what that means, or an ex-soldier with trauma. I don't believe the soldier part, okay? Because I don't know how you can fight for your country and then murder an innocent family of 4. That's not something a soldier, in my case, would do. You know, soldiers do rape women, so I don't know about that. But I don't think that. I really don't think he's like a soldier. But he definitely is mentally unstable, if I heard. He's definitely mentally unstable. Like, of course. Like, there's no other option. I don't know. Oh, yeah, a drifter. A drifter means, like, he, like, drifts from place to place. That's why he has sand from California, then you're in Japan, and you got shoes from South Korea. Like, yeah, of course. Sasha! And another people say that it was random, and others says the family was a target. Target of what? Like, if it was some, like, mafia shit or, like, some cartel shit, like, they would have stolen money. Of course. Would have stole something, or they would have made their presence, like, known, right? Like, at least a little bit. And they would not stay in the house, okay? So target of what exactly? If it was some mafia cartel shit or somebody who's working like that, they would leave the house immediately. They would not shit in the toilet and leave it there. They wouldn't do that and take off all their clothes. Like, why would they do that? No, they wouldn't. So, of course, no. Rule that out. Others wonder if the killer had military training. Some of the things he did was too calculated. No. You don't need to have military training to be, like, a good, like... I'm not going to talk about that. I don't got no military... Okay? No, he's not in the military, idiots. Why would he be in the military? It's military training. What do they do in the military that they don't do out in these streets? And we'll talk about being in the military. Like, I don't give a fuck about the military, to be honest. You're not keeping nobody safe. You're really not. You act like you do, and you're literally trying to commit suicide. It's a suicide job. Suicide Squad. You sign up to, and there's a possibility of you getting bombed and your legs and arms can be blown off, and you getting a headshot. Who would like to work in a kind of environment like that? And then you've got a good bond with this person. That person gets killed. Of course, that will make you cuckoo. Like, that is a crazy job to work. Like, I don't know why people join the military. Thank you for your service. Why would you like to work in the military? You're going to die. And then whenever I talked to the military, always on, like, websites, and they're like, they always hit me with the, I never realized that. What do you mean you never realized that? And some say they're not going to die. If you're still in the military, you're going to die in the military, dude. There's no ends about, and then I hate people who join the military and they got fucking 3 children. You're going to die, and your children will be like, oh, my dad died in the military. People are going to say, oh, that's honorable. No, it's not. Your dad willingly signed up to the military, knowing he was going to get killed, knowing that you were like a little child. Like, that is something now. It's a killer's job, you see? No. Fuck the military. Fuck you if you're in the fucking military. You're not saving me from shit. And let me tell you. Okay, sorry. Wait, what? No! The real people who are serving this country, they're not even in the military. Believe that. The real people who are serving this country are not even in the fucking military. Okay? bitch. And you don't even get paid good. You don't even get paid good to risk your life for fucking America. America don't give a fuck about you. If they did give a fuck about you, you know what they'll do? Okay. And then the other people are saying he could have left Japan right after and maybe go back to Korea. I don't know. But he was mixed with white, so probably, yeah. Maybe he is a drifter. Mm-mm-mm. But that sort of kept me up at night for the sole reason of how deranged someone has to be to do that to an innocent person or innocent people, right? Like, he climbed to the second window. He instantly went into a 6-year-old boy's bedrooms to crack his neck / choking him to death. He stabbed a father. He stabbed a mother trying to save her child. That's, that's crazy. All for the reason of nothing. Because he didn't get nothing from this. Right? He didn't. Sasha, why are you eating chips? Like, now, something I can compare this to that I was like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up. That does involve children dying. As you know, a lion, like a male lion, if he wants to go after a girl lion, which is a lioness, and he sees that she already is mated with somebody else and she has children or cubs, the male lion will kill the male lion, right? He will kill the man lion. He wouldn't kill the girl because that's what he's trying to get. But he will kill the children of the girl so he can make children with her, right? I saw this documentary where the girl lion, like, she knew like what was about to happen, and she didn't want her children to die. So she lead her children, the girl lion, she let her children out, right? And the male lion was still following her. Even in the night, he was following her for 3 days until he like gave up or something. 3 days trying to kill her children and rape her. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was like, it was in a documentary. I forgot the girl's name, but I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And that's like, I can like be like, okay, but like the man lion, is very brutal, but he's trying to gain like a mate or something. Like, how down bad do you have to be that you can't see another girl lion, that you would attack a girl lion who already has babies and kill her babies? That's ridiculous, right? So that's what I can compare it to. But like, again, like, he's trying to get at something, which is the girl lion, so they can be mated or whatever. The guy, he killed them people for literally no reason, and the children. Okay, I could never, bro. I mean, an ordinary, no. But this video has been going on for 30 minutes. This story could have easily been explained in like 15. But, I will say another story, but in another video. Okay? Like another story that's crazy. That involves killing children. Like the Chris Watts. And like, I could talk about Casey Anthony, but she didn't kill her daughter. But she almost did. Okay? Her daughter died over mysterious circumstances, and the mother didn't give a fuck. Which is like, oh my god, like, Bishop will fuck her up. Okay? And then Jodi Arias, I already talked about Jodi Arias on a live stream. I didn't do like the whole statistics and everything on it. Like, not the statistics, dummy. No, like every detail, right? And some girls who are called Miranda-less, like, when you really hate men? Okay, so let me talk about this for a second. Like, I've seen like multiple TikToks about this. Like, I don't know why this is on my TikTok for you page. Like, so there's a word for women who really hate men. Like how men hate women is like called misogyny. It's a word for women who really hate men. It's called like misandrous or something like that. And a lot of like, I go on the like hashtag misandrous on TikTok, and they use Jodi Arias as like a main common denominator, like, and shit like that. Like, they're like, I don't care about Travis, I hate men, and Jodi Arias, I'm glad she killed them because they hate men. Now, I hate men too, obviously. Okay, but I don't like. You have to kill them. You have to kill men for like reasonable, like shit. Okay, you like, oh, like he did something really bad to you. Like if he like was trying to get away from you, and you weren't exclusive with him, and you kill him, that's not like, I don't like, no, get that no. Like I don't feel like he does, and he died in like a really bad way. Like she attacked him in the shower. That's no. And it's not like he was like like maybe he was leading her on, but not like the way that women usually get leading on. Like it was kind of obvious that he didn't really want to be in a relationship with her, and she got so upset that she traveled all the way where he was staying to kill him, which is like not something I like. Okay, no. So we'll talk about that in the next video. So if you like this, I don't give a fuck if you like this. I just cared about like talking about it so I can look back on my own video to watch it. But anyways, that's it.